Kia ora, my name's Shelby and today we're doing a story on Richard Whitney. So Richard Whitney was born into a wealthy Boston, Massachusetts family on 1st of August 1888. In 1910, Goosey please. No thank you. Sorry about my dog. He's a drama border collie. Anyway, so in 1910, he moved to New York where he founded his own bond brokerage firm and 2 years later bought a seat on the New York Stock Exchange. In 1919, he joined the board of the Stock Exchange where he quickly became its vice president and in 1930 its president. His brother George was doing well at J.P. Morgan & Co., where he was expected to succeed bank president Thomas W. Lamont. However, it became apparent that far from being a brilliant banker, Richard Whitney was losing money hand over fist. He had speculated on a number of investments that had fallen and was forced to borrow large sums of money from his brother and other wealthy friends. By 1931, Whitney was at least $2 million in debt, but he kept up his opulent lifestyle. If he couldn't borrow, he stole. Whitney took money from the New York Stock Exchange gratuity fund, and in the New York Yacht Club, where he was a treasurer, plus an additional $800,000 of bonds from his father-in-law's estate. In 1935, he retired as president of the New York Stock Exchange but remained on the board of directors. The aftermath: on 8th of March 1938, the comptroller of the New York Stock Exchange reported that Whitney's company was insolvent and that in addition he had been stealing money from the exchange. When the final investigations were made public, it was estimated that Whitney had borrowed, quote, more than $30 million from his friends, his family, and the accounts in his trust. When he declared bankruptcy, he owed approximately $6.5 million. On 10th of March 1938, New York County District Attorney Thomas E. Dewey charged him with embezzlement. A grand jury recommended that he be brought to trial. Whitney was arrested and pleaded guilty, receiving a sentence of 5 to 10 years in Sing Sing. On 12th of April, more than 6,000 people watched as Whitney was taken to jail from Grand Central Station by armed guards. George Whitney eventually repaid all the money his brother had stolen, and Richard Whitney was released on parole in 1941 after serving 3 years and 4 months in Sing Sing. He died on 5th of December 1974. Far out. Imagine being his brother and paying all that. Anyway, I guess you do it for family if you've got it, but that's quite a bit. And back in that time frame as well, like not a lot of people. Anyway, this is a picture of him, and yeah, that's Richard Whitney. Hope you enjoyed this story. Stay safe and please subscribe.